Is Thursday, June 24th, 2021, here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. No excuses, just free picks. We don't limit it to 4 minutes or less or 7 minutes or less or 8 minutes or less. We just, however long it takes, we do it. Plus, we kidding. We just take a couple extra minutes or more to just, I don't know what the heck we talk about sometimes. Sometimes I just get lost, forget what the show is about. I know it. Some people it doesn't resonate with, but it seems to resonate with a lot of people. Just remember, hit that thumbs up, hit that like button. I said it about 100 times yesterday, and we got way more likes than usual, so I'm just going to continue to do it. Every time these guys talk, I'm just gonna hit that thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. That's the way they used to do television graphics. This is Senator Brian Bitler from Pennsylvania. Just to whisper it.
It's like the golf announcer.
Yeah.
He's lining up the pot.
I met the guy who invented TV graphics, and it was really one of the most amazing experiences of my life. I went to college with his daughter, and he told me the story, and it was pretty amazing. He was working at the Democratic National Convention, and they were doing exactly what I just did. Senator Brian Bitler from Pennsylvania, when the guy would be speaking. He was at lunch, and he was at one of those diners, and they had one of those boards, with all the letters with the grooves in it. We've all seen it, those plastic letters that have the thing. Rod has something similar to it. Yeah, exactly. They had one of those, and he asked them if he could buy that from them. And he bought it from them. And then when the senators were speaking, he had somebody go underneath them and hold the sign up. And that's exactly how TV graphics were started. And that guy, his name is Don Hewitt, who went on to have the longest running TV show in the history of television, 60 Minutes. Pretty amazing guy. Anyways, a little story to get things started here. We got game one last night. The Hawks pretty much, I don't know, man. I think they were surprised it was that close. They really beat up the Squares last night on that game. I mean, the public all over the Bucks, and the Hawks just busted them up again. We saw, I know that the numbers on the, that are out there and available don't always show the true numbers, but I think to me, what I've noticed is that the better place to find the public information than these numbers, which are, who in the hell even knows where these comes from anymore, right? Because the betting is so skewed with all these different states coming online in the U.S. The information just isn't what it used to be. So it's like, I always tell people this, right? So they ask me about the internet and YouTube. How do you make a living on YouTube and on the internet and all this stuff? And they say, you're just some guy. But don't people watch ESPN or CBS or some of those other guys? I say, yeah, I watch those shows too, right? I watch them. When the game is on, I watch that stuff. But, at the end of the day, who has more clout these days? The New York Times food critic or Yelp? And it's Yelp. So you got to go to social media, and that's where you see where the public is, right?
Well, yeah, and if you did that, like for me, for instance,
Bucks.
I don't mean
it was Bucks,
I
Bucks,
don't mean
and
to cut
Bucks
you off,
again.
But not only just using the small sample that they give you, I have like maybe 10 or so people, and judging from who they have, I could pretty much figure out who the Square public side is. In my opinion, it was the Atlanta Hawks, but that was the right play, far and away the best play.
Yesterday, if you looked at, it was the most viewed YouTube video I've ever had in the history of YouTube, was my Bucks Hawks video yesterday. And if you looked at the comments, yeah, there were some Hawks backers there because I gave out Hawks money line on the video. There was a lot of Hawks backers there, but the people that like the Bucks were like Bucks in 4, Bucks lock, Bucks by 20, Bucks by 15, Bucks by, and when you start hearing that to me just says whatever. Plus everyone knows I'm on Twitter now, betting badass, and on there, same thing. Bucks. That's all it was. And it was like, the more, and everyone knows me, right? It's like, the more I hear that, the more I bet on the other team. I just can't help myself. It's like I hear about that. So I don't know, man. I got, it could have easily gone either way. There were some stretches in there where the Bucks had a chance to put the Hawks away and they couldn't do it. It seemed when Trae Young wasn't on the floor that they were able to extend the lead. They just weren't able to hold him off once he came back on. They missed some shots, and I tell you, the Hawks took some crazy shots too. They would probably like to have back. But the problem that the Hawks have is they hit those shots, right?
Yeah.
It's like when you start hitting those, then it's like it's fool's gold, right? You think you can hit them all the time. But the Hawks are hitting them all the time. They've been hitting them for the past month. It's like I had the Knicks in that first series. Brian was all over the Hawks, right? It's like, and I became a believer. It's like, wait a minute. You could win in Madison Square Garden. You're going places. Sure as hell can beat the underachieving Bucks. Be interesting to see what that one looks like next time. But anyways, we got the Clippers and the Suns. Brian, anything about last night's game? How about when Giannis hit Trae Young in the face shooting a three and then claimed he was no foul? It was just like, was he just lost? Was he looking for answers? I mean, I don't have the sound on when I'm watching these games, so it's like I can't even imagine what the announcers were saying. It's like he's not even looking. He's just, it's like, what are you doing? It's like he's looking at the basket, guarding him, right? It's like,
yeah.
I don't even understand the strategy there.
I don't know. One second, it was like 4 minutes or so left in the game. Bucks were up by 5 or 7 points. I thought, well, okay, they're gonna pull away. So then I was doing something else, and I came back. I saw they were losing by a point. I was like, whatever.
Right.
I wasn't too happy, but
what happened in that exact sequence when they went up at that point. So this is exactly what happened. Is the Hawks missed a shot, a three, missed another three, missed another three, missed another three, missed another three, kept kicking it out and fighting for the rebound and getting it, kicking it out, kicking it out, kicking it out. Finally, someone hit one. That's really what happened. And it was like at that point, the Bucks were never the same. That was finito Santiago right there, right? It was like that was game set match. It was like the Bucks were still winning, but there was like you knew the Hawks were at least going to cover at that point. Oh well,
that was my one loss yesterday.
It happens,
but it hurt.
I had a loss yesterday. I had Oakland.
I get upset when I lose. I'm a sore loser.
I had Oakland on the run line, and I changed my Tampa Bay run line to regular, so I count that as a loss. Even though I won, I still count it as a loss. It hurt me. I was like, I don't know. It's Rich Hill. I was like, I don't know. Anyways, we got the Clippers and the Jazz for Game 3. The first two games have been fantastic. I mean, just really, really good basketball games. And Chris Paul returns tonight for the Suns, and the public humping all over that. Of course, with Kawhi Leonard still out for the Clippers. Both those games in Phoenix could have easily gone either way. I mean, they could have gone either way. And I think when you have the dog cover the spread, like we saw in Game 2, those are really the games that could have gone either way when you have a 4-point spread that, they lands inside the number. I don't know. Now they get back to L.A. Paul George got to be steaming over those missed free throws. Got to be looking for redemption. It's not like Chris Paul was injured. It's not like or anything like that. He just had a bad test, right?
Was it just a bad test? Because if he actually had COVID, people don't just, he's going to be a little bit slower coming back.
Well, he had no symptoms.
Well, that's crazy. Anyway, I'm not even worried about Chris Paul playing or not playing. But I like the under in this contest at 221.5. I think it'll be a crazy defensive battle on both ends of the court with both teams contesting every possession. Two of the better defensive teams in the league, I think they come to play tonight.
Rod?
Yeah, I have to agree. I'm going to see what we did in game 2, where it was close battle, and we get an under. I don't see we're going to be. I don't see a run and gun and no defense being played in this game. I think every possession, burn all a 24-second clock. I don't see a run and gun in this one. Give me the under 221 in this
Clippers
one as
need
well.
to play defense if they want to win. So
I see the Clippers putting the hammer down in this one. I could see double-digit win here by the Clippers. I could see them coming out, being up like 24-10 the first 5 minutes or something type game. Never looking back. Suns are a good team, man. But, I mean, you don't make it to the Western Conference Finals if you stink. And the Clippers, I think, last game, I think the fact that they got mad, and that they literally went down swinging. I like that, they pushed Devin Booker. They took a shot at him. It was like, we all like Booker, but it was pretty cool. It was like, I'm taking a shot at you. It was like, it's kind of like hitting Gretzky, right? It's kind of like the same thing. It's like, I'm taking a shot at you. I don't care who the hell you are. It's like, I like that. So I'm going to go with the Clippers here. This one, probably obvious, but I don't care. The line, when Chris Paul, it was Clippers -1, and then when that announcement was made, that is a 2-point move. They freeze the line, and then they reopened. So you might see opening +1 Clippers. You might see opening -1 Clippers. It was -1, and then when they announced Chris Paul, they stopped the betting, took it off the board, and then put it back on. That's exactly how that one went. So depending on what book you're looking at, depending on what information you look at, I can tell you that's exactly what happened because I watched it with my own eyes. I don't have to rely on what somebody else says. But anyways, Brian, what are you selling today?
Well, I'm going to try to keep consistent winning going today. Off a winning day yesterday, I got my golden ticket 3-pack, my best MLB, best NBA, and best NHL, all for $40 at PickDogs.com.
And for me, it's Thump the Bookie Thursday. You get my best 10-star best bet in each sport, NBA, MLB, and NHL, all included in that package. So jump aboard, Thump the Bookie Thursday. Grab his cash. Come aboard.
Anyways, I got a 3-pack for MLB, but be sure to hit the thumbs up. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to do this, Fonzie. We're going to keep this show to under 3 hours. We're going to do all those things. We're going to give out free picks every day. We're not going to just get up here and fake it. This is who we are. Transparency. Rod, how do you like doing those videos with Ruffalo? Seems like you're having a good time there doing those hockey.
No, I'm having a good time.
Oh, Tony Brown. He's in the car. He's driving.
Right. Well, yeah, he had something. He wasn't feeling so good. So he was actually sitting outside the medical center waiting to see what was
is that
going
what
on.
happened?
So I hope everything's
because
okay with
I
him.
got him all sorts of equipment. I got him camera and microphone and everything.
Every time you see
I
me,
know,
he's in his
right?
car.
Lights.
And then,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what he was. He was sitting outside the medical center. He went to his doctor, and he's
Tell
got
him-
something wrong with
you
his
tell
throat.
him he's going
they
to
don't
the medical
know,
center.
so they sent him to another
Tell-
medical center.
You tell him
Like,
instead of packing a change of clothes, you pack your gear up. You bring that stuff with you right to the hospital.
with you put the light in.
It's like we walk into the hospital. What the hell's this extension cord? It's like Tony Brown's out there broadcasting live from the parking lot. Anyways, baseball. It was kind of, I don't know, man. To me, it's like when I see run lines with negative money, I just can't. It's just not in my system to do that. I don't understand what I'm trying to do, right? Because to me, you lay the runs to get a better payout. But in this, it's to mitigate your risk. So if you didn't like the bet to begin with, right? I don't understand what you're saying. So you're saying that I don't trust them to win the game, but I trust them to win it by 1.5. Are you playing not to lose? I don't understand. Brian, what's your strategy when you're doing that? Because I don't understand.
Well, I don't take -1.5, but very rarely. But I think the strategy is that way, if you're going to be laying a good size bet on a Yankees -200, you want to take the -1.5 so you can get a better return. I mean, -110 is far better than a -200.
Oh, so you're betting it that way. See, I bet it the other way. Like if I'm one of the people that's like, if it's -110, I bet the 110 to win the 100. It's just easier for me to keep track. I want to win the 100. I don't want to win $90.89 or something.
I wonder how many times
what
you
am I
ever
gonna
take
do
a
with that?
-1.5. I bet it's like 2 maybe.
When's the last time you had change in your pocket?
I hate change.
Yeah, when's the last time you got change? The
I'm
death
gonna have
of the
change in my
change
pocket
jar.
on Monday because I have to go through some tolls and they take quarters. So, but normally I never have change.
Yeah, not anymore. No, just no need for it. Tolls.
Yeah, they have like a 75-cent toll or a 50-cent toll. You toss the change into a bin.
Nice.
Really? I haven't driven on a toll
Oh.
road like that.
Don't you pay taxes?
Yeah.
I pay
They need more
taxes
money from
too.
you?
They have 3 different tolls in a 3-hour drive.
Nice. Wow.
It's like $15 or $20.
We don't have
Yeah,
any
but
toll
just
roads
think if
here.
you put 75 cents and 5 million people go through there.
We don't even have parking meters. We have nothing. It's like
They
we have
charge you to
parking
go
lots.
over a
Like,
bridge. They charge you to.
You can go to the beach here, like the nicest beaches in the world. Just park. It's like there's no
Oh
problem.
yeah, they got parking meters there too. But
No problem. You just park.
There's going to be a revolt, I know, in Edmonton because they figure their way to recoup money is in the public parks. They're going to you have to pay for parking. So they're going to put up those meters. They're going to put up little parking meters in the public parks.
Sweet,
So when you're going to have to go walk
365
your dog, you're going to have to pay a parking meter and dig for change. It's like, wow. Unreal. I was like,
yeah, they want their money. That's for sure.
I'm just trying to figure this out. Like, why you're betting the 1.5 and laying odds at the same time? Because it's like, if you like that enough to bet and to make a large bet on it, wouldn't you think that the safer bet is for them to just win? Because like yesterday, the White Sox were a big favorite, right? So a lot of people went to the run line on that, and it was like even money or something on the run line. And they won the game, but they did not cover the run
Pirates
line.
tried to win that game.
They won the game, but they did not cover the run line. So how is that a better bet? How are you mitigating your losses by the team needing to win by more, by the team needing to do more than just win
Because
the
the
game?
people think that they can win by 2. That's why they're betting that.
Yeah, but it's like if if you think they can win by 2, that's all fine and well. If you're going to give me a little, dangle at least a little carrot. I mean, you guys know it doesn't.
The books aren't going to pay you plus money for that.
I mean, how long have we been doing this, right? It's like everybody knows it doesn't take much to get me there, right? Just throw me something, plus 120, 125. It doesn't take much, but I'm not giving you money to lay runs. That ain't going to happen. I don't care who's pitching. Garrett Cole, you had to lay money the other day to lay runs, and they lost outright.
The Yankees out of the gate in baseball today. That's a perfect example.
This is a stupid strategy, laying runs and odds. It just doesn't even make any sense to me. What are you trying to accomplish here? It's like if they win, they're gonna win by more than 2 runs. So why wouldn't you just make the idiot bet and which is to lay the big odds, or you could just I don't understand it. It just does not compute with me. I'm trying to figure out. I have like a thought. You guys, we've been doing this a while, so I mean, people understand my thought process, right? I mean, normally I'm always looking for value, and it's like, but some things they just don't even make any sense whatsoever. Like, why would you pay a premium to lay odds. I'm paying money. So these are like people that lay the 4 and 10 in craps. It's like, you're crushed, man. You're crushed. All it takes is a couple of 4s and 10s, and you're done, man. Finito. Yeah. I'm a 4 and 10 guy from way back, so it's like I've taken those guys to town. You see the guy with the huge stack of chips. They've been laying the 4 and 10, and all of a sudden, bang, 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 bang. Hard 4, hard 10, hard 4. Like my dice right here, they're on the hard 4 because that's my number. Hard 4, hard 10. Everyone knows that. 55, baby. The big one on the end. Little Joe from Kokomo. Hard 4. Little Joe. Anyways, I just don't understand laying money and odds. And if anybody out there can explain this to me, how that is a good way to make money long term, I would love to hear this. Because if you are going to lay odds, why wouldn't you bet your team to just win? And the whole idea of the run line is that they're going to dangle a carry. You're going to get some odds. You're going to get some payout, Minus $1.50 at, minus a run and a half. I'd rather lay 5.5 runs. Take my chances at a nice, plus 400 or something. I don't know. Let's get to baseball. This is, the betting strategy thing is something that has left me, because people are like hammering me on YouTube. They're like, oh, you just tell us who's going to win. But it's like, that's not my game. My game is to find the value in the big payouts. So it's like, it's hard for me to just say, well, yeah, the Astros are going to win. Rod, what do you think? You're out there on social media. You see these things, right? Especially in hockey, yeah. There's some gigantic lines out there in hockey.
Oh, yeah. That's the problem. Like hockey, the people, you look at the money line and lots of money lines. They're minus 190, minus 200 in some cases. And so then you take the run line, or you take the puck line, thinking that's going to, you got to hope your team wins by 2. And that doesn't happen so much.
It's tough. They force you to take a high juice in hockey.
Yeah, and then if you want the other way, where it's the plus 1.5, and it's like a minus 220. Like, man. So you have to avoid those. But definitely, you want to be rewarded for taking a run line or a puck line for a team winning by 2. What the reason people do is because of that. Nobody wants to lay minus 220. So then they lay the minus 110 with a run line is you're trying to mitigate your loss is what you're looking at. Is you're trying to get a win, not a loss.
Anyways, we've got the Royals and the Yankees, the A's and the Rangers. 2 early games. We went over these in the early premium show. We went into them in pretty good detail. These guys covered.
If you're not signed up, sign up.
These guys covered the Rangers, A's. I covered Yankees, Royals, but I guess I can give an opinion on A's, Rangers. These guys can do Yankees, Royals, or I don't know. Yeah, I think one gave side, one gave total, so we got some room here. Any of these early?
To go. Yeah, for me it's Royals, but I'm going to take the plus 1.5. I know we just talked about that, but it's minus. It's minus 110 to take the plus 1.5, and Jameson Tyone stinks. I think this is a 1-run game either way. I'm just going to play it safe on this one, put $100 on the plus 1.5.
I'm embarrassed to have you on the show.
Hey, minus 110 is not bad for a run and a half.
It's not my game. Rod, explain to this guy how sports betting is done.
Yeah, Italian is a bomb. Let's take the Royals on the money line here.
I like the reverse run line on this one.
My problem's the other guy's a bum too. So you got 2 bums out there pitching today. I like the Royals team better than I like the Yankees.
But the Royals bats are so much better than the Yankees. I mean, they're so much better.
I like the Royals.
It's not even close.
They're both bums.
Not even bums. Hideous. I mean,
so I'm going to take the run and a half. I think it's a 1-run game.
We're in Heaney territory here with these guys.
Everybody's humping both the money line and the run line here for the Yankees.
Yeah.
I don't see what they're
with
seeing.
Jameson Italian.
I don't see it. I don't see what they're seeing.
Alternate run line, Royals.
Yeah, that's got to be a plus over 300.
Well, we'll bet it right here on the show. I have
I'm
good luck.
sure it's over 300.
I have good luck doing that. How about if we go 150 at 1.5 and 150 at 2.5, just to see what, just for gigs. Split it up instead of just going 300 minus the. I can't get luck.
So half on the run line, half on the alternate run line, half on the alternate super run line.
Well, there's it goes much further than that.
Well, yeah, wait till after the All-Star break when all heck breaks loose and you start seeing way more minus 2.5. And,
yep. When teams start after the trade deadline.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine
like,
what's
whoa,
going to
look
look
at
like.
that.
So the Royals here at plus 1.5, I can get minus 108. So at minus 1, just minus 1, not even 1.5. Mine is plus 231.
Wow. You put your 150 on that.
I mean, I'm only human, right?
Or put 300 on that.
Yeah, of course.
I
mean, who wouldn't? Then we go back on it again, and then we go to the minus 2.5. Minus 2 is plus 366. Yep, but if you go minus 2.5 plus 402, I think the 366. No reason to be a pig here. See, this is how you go conservative. Not the plus whatever. This is the conservative. Is go to the even numbers. At minus 2, it's 366. If you have the sack to go to minus 4.5, it's plus 900. But I don't have that. Minus 4 is 862. Minus 3 is 550, which is a nice number. But I'll just go with this minus 2 plus 366. $150 pays $549. That's a nice lunch. What was that? It happened that fast. All right. We got the Orioles and the Blue Jays. Another one. Look at these lines. Got the Reds and the Braves. TBD still on there for the Braves. Got the Rays and the Red Sox. This has really been a bad series between two good teams. And the Tigers and the Astros, which I'll tell you what. I said Astros in my video, but it's actually Tigers or nothing for me. Hit the thumbs up, by the way, everybody out there. Helps us a lot. Got to remind everyone, hit that thumbs up. Also follow me on Twitter, Betting Badass. Hot Rod 76. Took Rod a couple hours to figure out I had tweeted about him. But he got it.
I gotta get used to watch.
I'm enjoying this Twitter thing. I like it because I'm not like putting out like pics with fire next to it and all these stupid things. It's my own Twitter account. It's like I can say whatever the hell I want. I was out golfing. I shot 37 on the front, which was really my best front I've had in a long time, and I really missed a few putts. I hit a 5-wood within 4 feet, and I missed the putt. I mean, I smacked it from way out there. I knew it was going to be a good round because the first hole is a par 5, and I hit it over the green on my second shot. I knew it was going to be a good day. And then the second hole, dead into the wind, I hit a 5-wood. It's like 4 or 5 feet from the pin. I missed the putt.
Damn it.
Brian, any of these gems?
Yeah,
I know you're big on these minus 235s. You got a couple of them here.
I'm going to take another run line. I'm going to take the Detroit Tigers plus the 1.5. I believe it pays out plus 110. Astros winners at 10 straight games. They're big, fat, and happy. Tigers playing better baseball. 3 straight wins. Jose Urena has gotten torched, I think, last 2 starts. But I think the Tigers are scrappy and keep it within a run. I'm going to take the 1.5 here.
Chris Ruffalo is watching. We went after him on Twitter a little bit, but he doesn't play. He's not on Twitter. Well, he's on there, but he has an account, but he doesn't check it. So
he hasn't noticed.
Makes him an easy target, which was fun for us. We can dish it out, but we can't take it. Everybody knows that. And but Ruffalo will be here Monday, as Brian is off on Monday. Ruffalo will be sitting in the Bittler seat.
Hopefully my internet works when I get there.
See.
I'll get it working one way or the other.
Yeah, you'll have to hook it up and stuff.
I'll have to take a trip to the cable company.
Yeah, I'm quite sure you will. I'm going to bet on it.
And they're always nice to deal with.
How about you, Rod? You like any of these games?
For me, in this clumping games, I like the under in the Astros and Detroit. The under 9.5. I think we get a few lower scoring game in that one. And the other one, the Jays game, I like the under as well. Give me the under 10.5. I don't think we see a whole power runs in that one as well. I know you see we got 2 dumpster fires pitching for the Orioles and the Jays today. So everybody's humping on the over. I think it's just like, oh, look who's pitching. So I'm going to go the other way. Give me the under 10.5 in Jays and Orioles. So I think we sneak under that number.
Got I like the over in the Rays Red Sox. I've been watching this series. I've been watching this one. I watch all the games in the baseball, but I watch every game. That Dodgers-Padres game was a hell of a game last night, right? It was like the Padres.
I went to bed in the 6th inning.
Oh, God, the Padres tried to blow it so many times.
I was worried when I woke up to check the score, and I saw it once. So.
Who I mean, I always talk about the Jordan Lyles look when he gives up a home run, but you know who also gives up a lot of home runs and has the dumb look is Bauer. Oh, man, when he gives up the home run, it's like he always knew, it's like, I knew I was going to give up a home run. It's like kind of that look, like, he's not surprised at all, and the ball always leaves the park in a hurry. They were going crazy in San Diego when they hit the home run off Bauer early. They were going nuts. It was a really good crowd in San Diego last night. They really hate the Dodgers there.
Now, who doesn't hate the Dodgers? I hate the Dodgers.
Well, Dodger fans don't hate the Dodgers.
All the fanboy Dodger fans out.
The fanboy.
And there's a lot.
The Yankees and the Dodgers.
I like the over in that Rays Red Sox. Pivetta and Waka. I could see some overage in that thing. I also like the Marlins with Petit against Joe Ross. I thought it was Lester, but it's not. When he did the video, it was Lester, and they switched it out, Joe Ross. I like the Marlins.
Yeah, they're about the same pitcher, those two.
I don't know about that.
Lester and Joe Ross, they're both mediocre. In my opinion, I don't know.
He's due. Oh, we didn't even get to those games. We didn't even get to those.
We're ready for the late.
Yeah, those were part of the late ones. Marlins, Nationals, Twins, Indians, Cardinals, Pirates, and Cubs, Dodgers. That Padres-Dodgers series over. Man, that was a good one. The Padres really mopped the floor with them. They really beat them up bad. That game last night, they kind of just dangled the carrot a few times. It was like they tied it up, and what was it? Was it the 8th inning? Yeah, the 8th inning. The Dodgers tied it up in the top of the 8th after being, they were down 3-2, and tied it up, and then they get to the 9th, and that Manny Machado, man, ridiculous. I would say if I was starting a team and I had to pick of 5 guys, if he was one of them, I would take him. He's vacuum at third base, has just a ridiculous arm, and also just seems to clutch hit. I think he's an MVP candidate. I think Tatis gets all the ink on that team, but I think Machado is the better player. My money. Anyways. Brian, what do you think?
For me, that late, I don't love this late group of games, but out of all of them, I'm going to take the Cleveland Indians plus 1.5. This is a theme for me today. I don't think the Twins deserve to be a minus 180 against anybody. I like Barrios, but I just think the Indians have enough to win it outright, but at least keep it within a run. So I'm going to take the plus 1.5.
How about you, Rod?
And for me, I in that one, I think the Twins do get the run line. Give me the Twins. I think they take the snot out of the Indians today. Barrios shuts them down. So I like the Twins on the run line in over the Indians in that one. And I don't think give me the Cubs and the Dodgers over the 8.5. I think we'll see a whole pile of runs in that one. Tons, piles.
It's tempting to fade the Dodgers here, but Davies is so bad. Off of a big series against the Padres, the Dodgers are set up for a loss here. But
Wesley hates my Manny Machado comment. I'm just saying that I'd way rather have him than Bryce Harper. It's not even they're not even in the same category. Machado.
I don't know. They're both getting paid $30 million a year.
Yeah, Machado is so much.
I wouldn't want to put
so
that much money in either one of those two guys, but
I think with Bryce Harper, he needs to produce offensively. But a guy like Manny Machado, what he takes away from the other team defensively, it is absolutely discounted in what the fans are looking at. It's not like he's out there to be a vacuum at third base with a cannon arm and is kicking balls around. Okay, he's making plays and he's taking runs away from the other team, and he does it all the time. He makes plays that other people can't make at that position, and he makes throws that other people can't make. Moncada on the White Sox is probably moving into that direction of being that same type of guy. He's not quite there yet. He will be. I would say he will be. How about the White Sox? I know Brian hates them, but it's like missing 3 of their top players and still getting it done. They're missing 3 starters.
I don't like them because they turned into like a Yankees-Dodgers.
Well, they're missing 1/3 of their starters, and they continue to roll here. They're missing, and not bums either. They're missing Robert. They're missing, Eloy Jimenez. I mean, these guys are. The White Sox are going to win the World Series this year. They're going to win the World Series. They will need to make a move for a pitcher. My guess is they do.
I hope they get Wheeler. Oh, he had the roof on.
They're not getting Wheeler.
He'd fit in good with the White Sox.
The Phillies won't trade. They're good guys. It's like the Phillies don't do that. What they do is they continue to. What they do is they try and rake their fans out with hope, so they can stomp on their dreams. It's like, what, have we not seen this before?
It's the carrot thing.
When was the last time the Phillies were really
It's almost
good?
there. You can get it. You can get it. Oh, you don't get it.
Like when they had Roy Halladay,
Yeah.
like they were good, but like the Phillies haven't been really good since like Mike Schmidt played.
Oh, they were good in the year they went to the World Series against the Yankees, and they beat the Rays. They were pretty good.
Cole Hamels team. The Cole Hamels Phillies.
I mean, that one year they had Holiday, Oswald, and Hamels pitching.
Yeah, Oswald was done.
And Cliff Lee.
Oswald was done at that point, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was their 3rd or 4th
He was
guy.
pretty much done. He was at the end of the line. He was a shell of himself. Reminded me of Andrew Kashner after 2 innings of pitching. I like the over in that Rays Red Sox, that's for sure. And I don't know. It's like I would love to find a way to be able to take the Cubs here. 41-33, 15-20 on the road. The Dodgers 23-12 at home. Bueller, oh man, he always gets hit, but he's one of those guys that just always gets run support. He hasn't lost a game in like 3 years. I mean, he really hasn't.
If I was going to be a square and lay the run line, it would be the Dodgers game tonight. So I just
Really?
can't do it.
Zach Davies is your homeboy.
He stinks. He stinks.
He's your guy.
I like to fade. I don't know. The Dodgers could be flat tonight, but we'll see.
Zach Davies isn't your guy anymore? When did this happen?
I don't know if he's ever been my guy, but
Was it an ugly breakup?
And look, you're on the +1.5 train. You might as well add the third one in there.
Nah,
at least this one you get +1. Man.
I got plus money in the. I got plus money in the Tigers, +115. I think it was.
Oh, nice. That's on the +1.5, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I'm not touching the Dodgers cups. I'm just staying away. And Twins have burnt me lots of times this year. I don't know. They have a way of screwing up.
Cubs bats are so iffy too. And they score enough runs to win, or even keep it close.
Oh, well. I like the Marlins, too. Anyways, we go to the NHL. Who's playing?
Canadians and the Knights.
Montreal.
We go to a Game 7 with the Lightning and the Islanders.
Yeah, we might have to get Ron a Tampa Bay hat.
Fuck Tampa Bay.
Ouch.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I will burn it. You send me a Tampa Bay hat, I will set it ablaze instantly. It'll come out. It'll be like, I open the box and look and be like, oh, Tampa Bay.
We're going to have to bet Tampa Bay tomorrow. Rod's off, so we're going to have to go with Tampa tomorrow.
I think the Islanders fans are that hardcore that your team wins and you throw beer cans.
Rick Carlisle's the new Pacers coach.
They threw beer cans. Your team wins and you throw beer cans at their head for the last time. Imagine they lost. There would have been such a riot. I think they had to give them the game. They were just like, okay, we're playing Game 7. I don't want a beer can in the head. You see videos and they're there celebrating and there's beer cans flying.
Well, I've been hit with a bottle in the head at the Pacquiao Marquez 3, I think it was. And it wasn't even like something that was intentional. It was just, they didn't agree with the decision, and it was just there was a lot of bottles flying, all kinds of stuff. It's one of those fights.
One of those fights.
Yes, one of those fights where the fights in the stands after the fight was as good as some of the action in the ring.
Somebody's waiting outside for a certain judge.
It was well, the thing is about a fight like that is that you look at the first 5 rounds of the fight, and these are kind of the feeling out, kind of the they could all go either way, kind of boring, first 3-4 rounds even, and the winner of those rounds is generally the winner of a close fight.
Yeah.
It's the way that it goes. And I said that to the people I was sitting with. I was like, who do you think won that round? They're like, I don't know. I said, they're going to give it to Pacquiao, and these are going to be the ones that decide this fight. Sure enough. I've been to a bunch of Pacquiao Marquez fights. How many times did they fight? 12? It's like Bobby Chacon and Bazooka Lamone. Anyways, you got Montreal Canadiens now at home plus $1.25. What game is this? 6 or 7?
Game 6.
3-2 Montreal.
Yep.
My team to go to the finals. My pick, still alive here and kicking. I don't like him at plus $1.25 as much, but tough to deny the thing that you can't let these guys in the door. You just can't let them in. They will ruin the party. Seen him do it before.
Oh, yeah.
I think the last time they won the cup, it was a very similar situation to this, where they let him in the door, and it was, oh man, just some ugly series after ugly series, and before you know it, skating around in circles, holding the cup in their hand.
Well, I think part of the problem was Montreal didn't get to play all the other NHL teams, and you didn't get to see how good they were because they were stuck up north. I don't know. I think that might be the problem. Yeah, maybe.
Problem? What problem?
Well, Montreal, you could judge them more if they can play teams like Vegas during the regular season.
Yeah, they kicked the snot out of Vegas all series. They even out-hit them last game.
So maybe Montreal's better than everybody thought they were.
You go ahead and hump Vegas. Go ahead. Everybody else is humping them.
I didn't say I was humping anybody.
-1.5 and over 95%. 95%. Go ahead.
For me, it's the under in this game.
Be sure to hit the thumbs up, guys.
I'm not taking any run line or anything. I'm taking the under 5.5. Not 5.5. Under 5 tonight. I think it's at worst 3-2. It's going to be a war in Montreal. Battle. I think you're seeing a really big defensive hockey game there.
So Ruffalo is saying that they did a comparison side by side, and this is the exact run that the Canadians went on in '93. When I said the same thing, they let them in the door, and they just ruined the party for everybody. That's why they were my pick to win the Stanley Cup when they announced the playoffs. And how about my non-Tampa Bay Lightning watching game streak? Still going.
So you missed the beer bottle chucking.
I missed. I can't acknowledge that they're a professional team. It just doesn't even make sense. It's just no part of the whole thing makes sense to me. Tampa Bay, Lightning, NHL. I don't like any of it. What is the Lightning? What is that?
They don't sell beer bottles, Rod. I think it's an aluminum can.
Beer cans.
Yeah.
Either way,
they sell cans at the games. Normally,
it's aluminum, not bottles.
So what they used to do back when I used to drink, they switched to plastic bottles, and then you had to pour the bottle into a cup, and then the vendor took the bottles.
They took the can from you, right? It's like being on in the airplane.
Someone must have taken these in through the
They give you half the can of pop, and the here has half the can of pop when you're sitting in coach. They're like, "Here you go, sir. Here's your pop." What? Give me that can, please.
Wow, Vegas 23-11-2 on the road, 18-18 on the puck line, while Montreal 15-20 on the puck line at home. Vegas puck line. No?
Yeah, if you want to join the 95%, have that. Or
we don't. I don't know what. I don't know about that 95%. I only go to one place to find where the public is, and that's Twitter.
I want to look at the VIP later today.
Twitter's my source. You know, I go to Twitter, and it is. I mean, not my Twitter followers, but all the other Twitter people out there. It is Square Festival, man.
I call up some of my buddies in the handicapping business and find out who some of those guys are on. That's how I figure it out.
I just go on Twitter, and I just see the guys who use the most emojis when they're giving out their picks. Those are the ones. More emojis. They use the term play of the day, POD, right? Those are the really good ones. Those are the ones where it's like max out. Like, I'm sorry, that's how they nail you on your online betting accounts. So you start lowering your maxes, right? Because you're betting against these guys, you can't control yourself. Play of the day. Pittsburgh Penguins -275. It's like, that's what these guys are doing. They have like 8 play of the days. How could you have more than one play of the day? If it's your play of the day, isn't that your play of the day? I don't understand that.
Some people have game of the years every week. So
I still can't understand why Bittler's laying the run line and odds. I mean,
what are you talking about? Oh, you mean like -110 with the Royals? That's not much.
Oh, the +1.5?
The +1.5.
Is that the safe bet?
That's the safe. I'm playing it safe.
Let's minimize our payouts.
Oh,
it's really good long-term strategy in sports betting. You know, let's minimize the payouts because it's so easy to win. We might as well just take less money when we win. It's like, I mean, come on. How hard is this? It's like you got to take the most money that you can get on every win because it is so hard to win. I mean, we all are here together doing this every day. We put out millions of picks. We scour, we research, we do all this stuff. Why do we spend so much time doing this? Because it's really hard to win. So when you win, you need to maximize your return. You can't minimize your return. You can't bet minus 125 while laying runs and expect to make money, man. It is impossible. You can't if you're taking a team. So say you take that plus 1.5, right? Wouldn't it be the better bet? Because you try to always tell me to take the plus 1 or whatever, right? And I always laugh in your face. But the thing is that, you know, when wouldn't you take half of the money at least and put it on the regular plus 200 and then the other half there? So at least, so if it hits, you're even, Steven. You know, if your run line does come into play, you're even, Steven. But if you win, you at least leave yourself half of your upside. I mean, that to me makes more sense than betting the whole thing on a lower return. It doesn't make any sense at all. It's like the lower return is playing not to lose, right? So it's like if you're going to play not to lose, just split the amount of the bet, half of it on there, and the other half on the thing. So this way you could say, like with the Hawks last night, right? This way you could say, yeah, I had it, man. And it's like, you get the money, and now you move on to the next day, and you lay it on the. What did we take? We took the Royals on the alternate run line the other way, minus 2.5. Getting like plus 366 at minus 2. What the hell are we doing on this show? I don't know. To me, it's like, you know, I need to maximize my return. I'm not that good. You know, other people out there, they say I claim that I'm this champion expert and all this other stuff. You never hear those words come out of my mouth, okay? Ever, okay? What I say is, if I'm having a really good year, I win 56, 58% of the time. I've had seasons where I've won over 60 for certain sports. It's happened, but it doesn't happen all the time. But what I need to do is I need to maximize my return on every single bet. So you guys hear me on here, alternate run lines, doing these other things, doing whatever it takes just to squeeze that extra thing. And it gives me that cushion to take these shots later on down the road, right? That's where you get this extra money. You're splitting it. So if you're going to bet 300, instead of putting 300 on the plus 110, go 150 and 150. So if you win, you don't win the 300, but it's like you're not betting the Royals to get even money. You're betting the Royals because they're a big dog, right? So it's like you're looking for the big payout. And it's like, believe me, you know, and a lot of people, they treat this sports betting like it's this picking contest. Trust me, there's nothing more. You don't need to like go on Twitter and talk about your record, and you don't need to go on, you know, this and talk about your record and talk about all that stuff. Trust me, when you go to the window to cash out and it's empty and you're the only one cashing there, it's way more fun. It's way more fun. You know, it's like my wife at the track. You know, we don't win all the time when she goes, but when she wins, we're the only ones at the window. You know, it's like all of a sudden it's like that deathly silence at the track. It's like, yeah. It's like they're all cheering. You know, everyone's coming down the stretch and it's like, it's like, it sounds like you could drop a pin, you know? Anyways. Yeah. I could talk betting strategy and money management all day long. But to me, I need to maximize all my wins. That's my game. That is my game. You know, I can't bank on winning them all. I'm not as good as these guys on Twitter or on, you know, whatever, that win every single game, or the people that send me emails and want to be cappers on the site because they hit 85%. I'm not as good as those guys. You know, I know that. So when I win, I got to win. You know, I can't lay odds on run lines. I can't, you know, I need to be getting the odds. It's my game. Anyways. Yeah, we killed it in the premium yesterday. Rod, you got a parlay for these people? They already had to listen to me on this one. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. If you want to hear more betting strategy, say so. If you don't want to hear any more betting strategy, just tell me to shut the hell up.
Or they could leave a witty comment below.
Well, normally they just blast me. Normally the comments will say something like, just give out the picks, man. Yeah, Jameson Italian minus 210. What's the run line on Italian?
It's minus 1.5 plus 100 for Yankees, and everybody in the world is, I shouldn't say that.
I got it. I got minus 1.5 at minus 108.
Yeah, it's come down from plus 100.
Yeah,
you're laying juice now.
Yeah, I'm disgusted by that. I'm offended. I'm disgusted. I want no part of it. That's not the world I live in.
Yankees.
It's not the world I live in. We should call Romanelli and ask him what he thinks of this one.
He's getting ready for the Islanders game tomorrow.
All right. You got a parlay?
Yeah. Well, are you going first, Rod, or you want me to go first?
You can go ahead.
My parlay for today is just a 2-game parlay. I'm going to take the Kansas City Royals plus the 1.5 and the under in the Clippers game.
And for me, I'm going to take the Montreal Canadiens on the reverse puck line minus the 1.5. Because they'll have the lead in the third period and Pop's an empty netter. So give me Montreal on the reverse puck line. Take the Dodgers game over and take the Twins on the run line. Parlay those two.
I'm going to go with the Rays Red Sox over with the Clippers. And Rays Red Sox over, Clippers, and Royals reverse run line -2 at plus 366. Why not? I'm here anyway. What's the money line on the Clippers tonight?
It's like plus 105.
I wonder what the reverses are here on the Clippers. That's where I got to be. Let's just take a look at some of these reverse lines before we go off the air. See if we can get any action. So, if you go Clippers -4.5, which is where I think this one should be, plus 164, and then it even is confirmed because when I said 4.5 was just the number that I had it at. So if you go to -5, you see a big jump here to plus 184, and then -5.5 plus 194, and 6.5. At 6.5, you're only getting plus 230. So you can either bet the Clippers to win at home after really 2 dogfight games in Phoenix. By a couple of points and get 2 to 1 on your money, or 1.5 times your money, or you can bet Jameson Italian and lay it $200 to win 100. Good luck, man. How about the over in that Yankee game? Anyways, anything else you guys want to say? It was a fun show. This is stuff that's kind of eats away at me. It's kind of like we're starting to see it, and we're going to continue to see it the rest of the baseball season. Rod's right. The more the season goes on, the more we're going to see this garbage.
Yep. It's going to get worse.
It's going to get worse.
Oh yeah, August is the worst month for that. Dog days of August.
Will we see the -3.5?
Luckily, we'll have some other stuff going on.
Yeah, we know Chris Paul is back.
Oh my God, Chris Paul's back. I didn't know that. Are you doing any Christmas in July specials?
Yes, we are.
That'll be good.
Yep.
Best time of year to lock in.
Yep, Christmas in July. I'm going to do all of my picks free for, I think, 3 days to celebrate our 14th anniversary. That's July 1st. Stuff like that.
Maybe each week you'll have a special promotion or something.
No, we're going to do, we're going to match every package of 3 days or more with a consensus report. So if you get a year, you get a year consensus. If you get a month, you get a month consensus. If you get whatever, gonna add that on. Whatever we can think of. Maybe we'll do a live show trio. 3 yearly packages or something. 3 for 3. I don't know.
Yep. The idea is to get in at a lower price and you'll maximize your returns. So.
2 for 2, 3 for 3, something like that. Right? I don't know. We'll do something like that. I'm not a big discount coupon guy. Just not.
Yeah, once a year.
I'm not going to cheapen my product. That's for sure. I cheapen my
have it every
product
day.
enough by coming on to this show and acting like an idiot every day. Speaking of which, man, make it a winning day. I'm going to try and act more professional tomorrow. Thanks, guys, again for joining us. Be sure to smash that thumbs up. Helps us a lot. And have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.